Do you suffer with acne and have tried everything to get rid of it? Try D-Dara. D-Dara is an organic skincare product that is not harmful to the skin but has been proven to clear acne in 2 weeks. D-Dara clears cystic acne, blackheads, dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and eczema. Shop now at ddara.us.
The devil ride my bed like camels. I feel like ooh. And the devil done caught my soul. The Montreal. I'm a peep, but a player not pole. Yeah, I've been thinking about selling my soul.
Alright, peace y'all. Peace. So in this video, we're gonna be focusing on the artist Young Thug. Alright, now we all know Young Thug is in a bit of legal battles at the moment. All right, but there is something that I want to point out to you guys that a lot of people are not speaking about. All right, and we're gonna talk about, you know, a lot of these rappers, you know, participating in certain rituals and things of that nature to receive the benefits of their careers. All right, now Young Thug is Jeffrey Lamar Williams, all right, who was born August 16th, 1991, on the south side of Atlanta, all right, Zone 3 to be exact, all right. Now, you know, Young Thug grew up just like every other child from the hood, you know, along with his 10 siblings, all right, but at the age of 11, Young Thug was expelled from school for breaking the teacher's arm, all right, and sent to juvenile for 4 years, all right. Now, after being released from juvie, he attended Luther J. Price Middle School along with DC Young Fly, all right. Now, Young Thug was expelled again and pretty much no longer interested in school and stopped taking school serious and actually decided to follow his musical career, all right, in 2007 when he was 16 years old, all right. Now, when he first started rapping, Young Thug went by the rap name Young Jeff, okay, and he began recording with some of his friends, all right, with the likes of Pee Wee Longway and Cash Out also, all right. They would later go on to record plenty other songs, all right, but you know, Pee Wee Longway would actually later on down the line introduce Young Thug to Gucci Mane, all right. But in 2009, Young Thug would make his debut feature, all right, on a song called She Can Go, all right, along with the rapper by the name of True Royal, all right. Now, this song really didn't do well, all right, just off of the strength is that nobody really knew who Young Thug was, right. He had a Lil Wayne cadence, you know, he was mainly just a duplicate of Lil Wayne, all right, and this actually helped his career down the line, okay, by copying Lil Wayne's style, all right. But you know, this was actually the first song that he actually put out, which got him a little bit of stardom, all right, neighborhood stardom, if you would say, all right. Now, after the song with True Royal, okay, he recorded his first mixtape, which was called I Came From Nothing. All right, and after performing a few of these songs off of the tape at an open mic, all right, Pee Wee Longway introduced Young Thug to Gucci Mane, who then signed Young Thug the 1017 just off of a handshake, all right. So there was some type of ties there, all right, and like I said, him and Pee Wee Longway grew up together. So, when I tell you guys, you got to know somebody, to get in this business. It's a lot of nepotism, okay? A lot of friendships, a lot of networking, who's your relative, things of that nature, that will make your career path go much easier, right? A lot of people don't have these connections, so they may have to actually put, the work in themselves until they get notarized, which is a lot harder to do. So, after being signed to 1017 and dropping a numerous amounts of mixtapes, Thug would continue to gain notoriety. All right, but it wasn't until 2013, all right, is when he would actually appear, all right, on the mainstream. Okay, now with his connections from being with Gucci Mane, he linked up with some of Atlanta's hottest producers at the time, which was Metro Boomin, okay, and TM88, all right, along with Sonny Digital. All right, now these guys who were producers at the time had already established a career, all right, in the music business. All right, so they was kind of pretty much giving Young Thug the stamp. All right, now Young Thug will go on to release songs that we all know, such as Danny Glover, all right, Want Some More, and I'm a Stoner. All right, now when he released these songs, he had gotten a feature from Nicki Minaj, which actually put him in the mainstream eye. All right, now with him having ties to Cash Money and Gucci Mane, his style actually caused a lot of controversy as far as with him mimicking Lil Wayne, right? Now, with him doing controversial things in his career, all right, now we all know some of the suspect things he's done, such as like calling his friends bae and lover, wearing dresses, posing naked on album covers, wearing blouses and nail polish. Many people attested that Young Thug was an androgynous or gender fluid, okay, because of his choice of fashion. All right, but that's besides the point what he was into. It doesn't, if you ask me, he was actually just pushing, the funny agenda. I'll just say that, okay. He was the front line for a lot of this stuff. Now, it's now the way that he would do things is pretty much normal, but it was a culture shock, and actually got under the skin of a lot of hip hop artists. All right, but we all know that this whole funny agenda was pushed by people like Lil B when he came out with the I'm Gay album, right? Hip hop pretty much hasn't been the same since. All right, now here's what I want to point out, right? About these guys' careers. Now, for those that didn't know, and for those that did know, Young Thug graduated to the 3rd degree, all right, of Freemasonry in 2017. Now, I don't know the exact year that he joined, okay, but in order for you to be in the 3rd degree or in the 3rd degree of that organization, you had to have been a Freemason years prior, right? You don't just get in there and just jump and skip to the 3rd level. Like, it don't work like that. So, whether he joined these people to establish a career in music, that's a possibility. Okay, that is a possibility. But like I said, when certain things take place and this information is out there, all right, you gotta have ties in this stuff, right? I say this all the time. You have to have some type of ties in these groups or organizations, all right, for your career to grow. All right, it's you're not gonna get around it. If you think you're gonna be a rapper without these people approaching you, you're highly mistaken. All right. Now, we're gonna fast forward to Young Thug being indicted on RICO charges, right? I'm not gonna go into details of what he's been accused of because the case is still open, right? And I don't really know the logistics of what's going on, so I'll just focus on what possibly had gotten him there. All right. Now, I'm gonna give two scenarios. All right, two scenarios that I want you guys to pay very close attention to. Now, if you guys remember, I had did a video and I explained how a lot of these artists, right, when we think that they're rich and famous and they have all of these things, right, they have all of this money that they're flaunting and showing on Instagram or jewelry, none of this stuff belongs to them. Okay, this is all a persona of selling hope to the people. Okay, when I say selling hope, I did a video about this on Patreon. It's basically selling a dream, all right, to the viewer. All right. So now this is from an article from All Hip Hop, all right, where it's basically saying that the jewelry that Young Thug had was actually loaned to him. Okay. Now it goes on to say Raffaello and Company claim to own some of the jewelry seized by the cops. All right. The owner said 9 pieces were loaned to Young Thug. All right. Now Young Thug went on to deny Raffaello and Company had any lawful interest in the seized property. All right. Officials could only identify 4 items that possibly belonged to the jeweler. So they basically was trying to take their jewelry back from him, being that he was incarcerated. Okay, even though he paid for it. All right. Goes on to say, out of the 9 jewelry pieces of Raffaello and Company Incorporated asserts to own and to have lent to Mr. Williams, only 4 pieces resemble any of the pieces of jewelry seized on May 9th, 2022, authorities declared. All right. The other 5 pieces of jewelry do not resemble any of the pieces of jewelry seized on May 9th, 2022. All right. All of this stuff is just for show to, entice you to believe that these people have these things, but they don't own it. All right. Now, when you sign a record deal, right? You don't own any of this stuff. Okay, you don't own any of it. All right, but Young Thug was arrested on May 9th, 2022, right? Now, Young Thug's manager actually gifted him with 100 acres of land, okay, for his birthday. All right, now most people just settle for a couple of acres, and things of that nature. But to get 100 acres of land and build a subdivision, okay, that's giving him a lot of power. All right, now we already know the people, okay, the actual group and individuals that own, all right, this land. Okay, so now if and I don't want to say anything that may be off the topic, but if these people feel he's not worthy of 100 acres of land, drastic measures will take place. All right. These are the same people that own the record companies. All right. Now, with these people, knowing that he has this amount of land and was going to create a subdivision, all right, that had to be taken away from him. All right. He's even offered to give the land to Kanye West for free. All right. Because now we don't know what happens behind the scenes, but, maybe there was some phone calls made. Maybe there was a lot of trouble behind the scenes, and he didn't want it anymore. All right. But, it's when we see stuff like this, it's not far-fetched to understand that there is a higher power, all right, that is in control of situations like this. All right.
1.8. 1.8. How you doing?
Yeah, Birdman pulled up, bro.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, we get chilling, buying acres.
Buying acres, man. 100 acres.
So, Yes. Don't fall in.
You get it if you fall in.
100 acres. 100 acres of land. You can build your own subdivision. This is how you invest your money. Was he off the man?
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Road down about right here. If you wanted to, put your little cul-de-sac. and you can run
My boy G, they bought me 100 acres. Oh, hell no. Boy, we gone on. Hold on about 100 acres. Not 110, not 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 45, 46, 47, 9. 100 acres.
But you come in there, and like I said, you could extend this road down, and you can sell.
Buy that house, get that house. They need to move. They need to get off the property.
Well, there's a boy that we just went.
100 acres, y'all. I want fishing here, and I want to put my kid's face at the bottom of this lake. Oh man, this man done bought Spider real late though. They done bought me 100 acres on lake. It's my lake. Hey, what the hell you doing back here? Get out my property, you mutt. Fuck that motherfucker. Man, they done bought a real lake. Hey, tell them I want to get this water out of this stinking ass water.
Do I think that the record label set him up? Yes, I do. Okay, yes, I do. For them to tell him or make him promote, you know, drugs, guns, violence, you know, all of these things in his raps, right? To sell music to us, the listener, all right, and then all of a sudden turn their backs on him, all right, instantly when he got arrested. It just shows you that these people are manipulators. They only want what they can get from you, all right? Now, a lot of people have been pointing out the fact that Young Thug, one of his co-defendants, actually sacrificed a goat. All right. Now, the reason why they did it, some people may say, hey, this is their religious practice on what they do. Hey, whatever, right? But I want to point out this artist who's actually signed to Rich Gang, and he goes into detail about it a bit.
Opinion, from what you've seen, what you've experienced, does this exist? Does this really happen in the music industry? Demonology, Satanism, sacrifices, things of that nature.
I mean, I don't really know if that happens. Like, to be honest, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like it's probably some rappers that worship Satan, and you know, if it's some rappers that do voodoo, probably, you know. So I guess whatever it is that their religion requires them to do, like, you know, I'm from New Orleans, so I know that people do voodoo and they might do rituals. So I don't know, bro. But as far as like rappers being different religions, yeah, you know. But as far as making a sacrifice, like killing people and shit, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
When it comes to demonology, Satanism, things of that nature, have you ever seen that while you've been in the music industry?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. Like a rapper that worships Satan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you able to shed some light what you've seen or how you've seen that?
I don't really want, cause like I fuck with them.
That's no problem.
Yeah, and I don't want, you know.
But it does exist.
Yeah. The devil real, bro. The devil real, God real. You know what I'm saying? So fuck, of course it exists.
Now, there are people.
Now, I'm just gonna say this, right? So, whatever you practice out there, all right, whether it be Satanism, whether it be any type of occultic practices, right, and you're honoring spirits or demons or whatever the case may be, right, when you do this, right, like, this is why I say you're in it for the rest of your life, okay, and if you stop, okay, you will be punished, okay, it's no way around this. All right, so whatever practices that he's involved in or was doing, all right, it's possible that, you know, he hadn't been doing it in a while, okay, because a lot of those occultic practices consist of rituals, okay, so if you're doing rituals at first to get on and get famous, and then you just stop once you get famous, okay, you know, those spirits have a way of getting theirs, I'll just say, okay. So when we see these type of things, you know, like I said, guys, you know, you're not gonna get far without participating in a lot of this stuff, and people fail to realize that, okay. You know, when you're running in circles trying to figure out, why am I not getting, you know, popular for my music, you know, a lot of these steps have to be taken, and then once you realize, you know, that people do these things, you know, yeah, nobody really wants to be a part of that. All right, so with that being said, y'all, I hope I broke down this situation with Young Thug, and peace, yeah.